So today I am rebuilding the New England Patriots, and I thought it was going to be with this man right here, Cam Newton. But apparently he got cut. He's out the door. And maybe it's because of this little gem by Scott Zolak, former Patriots player, now radio host, that he listens to too much rap music, which is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my whole life. That's not why. It's very interesting. Mac Jones will be our starter, but let's get into this. So now that Cam Newton's out the door, we do have Mac Jones at quarterback who has normal development. Kind of weird he didn't get star development, but who am I to say? We have a great offensive line. We have great tight ends. I do like the running back group with James White, Damian Harrison, Stevenson, Bolden, J.J. Taylor. I'm a Patriots fan if you didn't notice. For receivers, Aguilar, Bourne, Jacoby Myers, N'Keal Harry, not the biggest fan of, but still on the team. I do wish that was A.J. Brown. It could have been A.J. Brown, but of course it's not. Now, in real life, Stephon Gilmore is on the PUP list. There's nothing you could do about that in this game, so he's just going to be playing for the first 6 weeks. Not a big deal. But what I do want to do is make Christian Barmore starting right off the bat. But this team is so deep on defense, and I just absolutely love this team. And now with Mac Jones at quarterback, anything is possible, and I'm just so excited to get into this, so let's get started. So at the midseason mark, we're tied with the Dolphins at 3-4, the Jets are 3-3, and for some reason in Madden 22, the Buffalo Bills are just awful year one. There's no chance that happens unless Josh Allen gets hurt. We do have injuries turned off. We're probably not going to bring back Stephon Gilmore. McCourty, I feel like, is one of those players. He's going to be on the Patriots until he retires, in my opinion. Hightower, probably the same thing, but I might just let him go. We will be bringing back Trent Brown and J.C. Jackson. We have $51.3 million. So let's go up to $7 million. By the way, if you didn't notice, I am uploading every other day now. It's going to be more rebuilds, not so much fantasy drafts, maybe a speed rebuild once in a while, but fantasy drafts just really weren't working out. But if you could hit that like button, comment down below. That helps me out a ton. Let me know what team you want me to do for the next 30-year rebuild. And go check out my 30-year rebuild I just uploaded, the San Francisco 49ers. It's a long one. It's like 3 hours long. Trent Williams didn't want to retire. Let's bring back JC. That's good. Because if we're going to lose Stephon Gilmore, you got to bring back JC Jackson. James White, maybe, but probably not. Like, he's one of those players I could see them bringing back in real life. But when you have Damian Harris and Stevenson, J.J. Taylor, all these good running, or maybe I should say good running backs, but all these running backs, I don't know if James White at 29 years old is really the answer. Phillips, probably not. Myers might have a great year, and we'll bring him back. We're going to have to wait and see. Bentley, maybe. Folk, 36 years old, doesn't really make a ton of sense. Center, goodbye. Gunner, goodbye. Bauer, Johnson, maybe. Like, we'll worry about that later. But let's go to the playoffs. It is so crazy how unrealistic this year one AFC East standings are. We're tied for first place with the Dolphins at 8-9. The Jets are 6-11, and the Bills won 5 games at 5-12. Nothing makes sense about that. I imagine Chiefs first round bye, the Browns first round bye, Chiefs 2, Texans 3. What are we talking about? I feel like when I go into my rebuilds from now on, we might have to put like Deshaun Watson a punter for a year, but that's almost hard to do because then you have to switch back and switch it back. It's a whole thing. The Seahawks first round bye, no chance. The Falcons 2, no chance. The Vikings 7, maybe. The Cardinals, Cowboys, Rams, Packers. The Bucks just aren't there, which is unusual. I don't know how the Buccaneers aren't in the playoffs. I don't know if that Madden knows. I understand things that happen. The Bills went 5-12, but Bucks, pretty good. Mac Jones, woo, that's not bad. I am not using the Chiefs playbook. I'm going to give the Patriots playbook a try. But with 4,400 yards, 30 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, that's awesome for a rookie. I think Trevor Lawrence with the Jags playbook might do a little bit better, so we won't win Offensive Rookie of the Year, but I hope we do. James White, 994, 10 touchdowns. I have Harris starting, so I don't understand that. Harris 404 with 7, so we are just going to have to let James White go just so Damian Harris can start. Aguilar 1,000 yards with 3 touchdowns. Henry 863 with 8. Myers 811, 5 touchdowns is not bad. I think we will bring him back because I don't want to spend crazy in free agency, even though I do think Devontae Adams will be there. Bourne 770 with 6. White 3 touchdowns, 2 for Jonnu Smith, 4 for Harris. Jonnu Smith is more because of the playbook, I have to imagine. Hightower, about 150 tackles is incredible. Van Noy, 108. Sack total, 7 for Van Noy, 5.5 for Hightower, 5 for Winovich. A lot of rumors he might not be on the team. I don't really understand that at all. Interceptions, 5 for Gilmore is awesome. 4 for Hightower, J.C. Jackson. Hightower probably top 10 for Defensive Player of the Year. 2 for Duggar, a lot of ones. By the way, if you are a Patriots fan, if you like watching Madden franchise actual gameplay from me, I have a second channel, Headstrong Sports, link down in the description. We're already a year into the Patriots franchise, so you have 17 videos to watch. And you might be thinking, there should be 18, because that would include the offseason, but we got fired, which is very interesting. Kyler Murray MVP. I doubt it. Yeah, there's Lawrence. They won 7 and 10. Mac Jones not up there. That's not a huge deal. Sean Watson, offensive player, sure. Mac Jones at 8. That's good. Defensive player. Hightower taking it home. So I have to bring him back at that point. If you're going to win Defensive Player of the Year, you got to come back. So it is Lawrence number 1. We're number 2. We might have Barmore on Defensive Rookie of the Year. JOK won it. Barmore is not up there, unfortunately. Caleb Farley's up there. I'm very excited to see what he does if he doesn't get hurt, which is definitely a possibility. So I have my XP sliders on. If you don't know, I use 170 for every single position. Maybe you guys think that's too high. Let me know down in the comments below. I'll lower it. 5 for Mac Jones gets him up to a 76 overall. That's not bad. I don't think he got good enough stats to go up to star development, but maybe he did, because like 4,400 yards, 30 and 9 is really not that bad. I'd actually say that's pretty good for a rookie. We have 4 for Onwenu. We have 1 for Andrews Mason, 2 for Trent Brown, who we are going to bring back, 2 for Isaiah Wynn, 1 for Henry, 1 for Jonnu Smith. On defense, Barmore, who I did have starting, but star development with 5. 2 for Van Noy, doesn't matter. Usay with 2. 2 for JC. 1 for Jonathan June. Tennessee took down Seattle 34-31. Ryan Tannehill, Super Bowl MVP. I mean, maybe with A.J. Brown, Julio, Derrick Henry, that can get the job done. I just have a lot of questions about that, and I just don't see how that's going to happen more than likely. So what draft pick are we actually going to have? Because you can see the scouting on the right side right there. It says we need a quarterback. I don't think that's true. So we have the 13th pick. I think that's around 13th, 14th pick, maybe 11th, 12th. Sorry, I don't know exactly which one it is. But it says we need a quarterback. No thanks. Defensive tackle. No thanks. Middle linebacker, I suppose we could use. So like I said, Stephon Gilmore is going to be gone. But unless Dante Hightower wants like a 5-year deal, 2 years for him, I don't think that's bad, because we still don't have a great middle linebacker too. So let's make that offer for Dante Hightower, who I think might get franchise tagged, if I'm being honest. Jacoby Myers, I think we will let go. Juwan Bentley is not all that great. I just saw, by the way, as I'm recording this, that Nick Folk is not going to be the kicker for the team. It's going to be Norden. I do apologize about that. I know that ruins your realism. But let's franchise tag Dante Hightower, and then we'll go to the draft. So we do have the 14th overall pick. Carl Washington is still there. I'll show you my draft board. There's Shelton Porter, who actually does seem pretty good, mid-first rounder. But I think Washington must be, that's a late first, really? So, I mean, we have J.C. Jackson. We have Jonathan Jones, Jawan Williams. Actually, I didn't even pick up Sean Wade. Maybe we'll do that as well. Mitchell Logan does seem pretty good. Not the fastest guy in the world. Pretty good top 3 skills. I think I'm kind of held up on this middle linebacker. I do hope, could we trade back maybe a little bit into the first round? So we could trade back 5 picks. We could trade back 10 picks and get a second round pick. That's for both. But that's an early second round pick, to be fair. 37. Oh, that's 23. Sorry. So we want 2022, 25, and a second round pick. We're going to trade back with the Eagles, who of course have all kinds of draft picks, so they can move around in the draft that they wanted to. I'm just going to hope that one of these 3 players is still on the board. I think they will be. Look at that. The Panthers took a right guard, 72 overall. I understand you might need offensive line help, but that's just bad. Really? I missed out. That's unfortunate. I think I looked at Ryan Hill. Yeah, he's not. Like 4.36 is all right. Will Hunter, I definitely also looked at. I can't believe we missed out on all 3 of those. I thought that would have been a slam dunk. Easy to trade back. But I'm going to look around for a second. Oh, never mind. Let's get Chad Trent. Early first round talent. 79, normal development, ranked number 2. I hate the normal, but it is what it is. And he just seems pretty good. Predictable player. That's all right. So we do have the 2 second round picks. I'm going to take defensive tackle Joe Presley just because he's way too good to pass up on. I understand we have Barmore, 77 normal. That's so crazy. Number 6, the scouting update cannot come soon enough. Now, there's a few receivers still on the board, and I think we'll be able to get one of the 3 or 4 of them, I think it was. Julian Donaldson, right guard. Okay. Yeah, okay, so there's only 1 left. There's also Randy Fowler, which really wouldn't make a ton of sense for our team, but if he's there later on, I'll definitely take him. Yeah, I'm going to go, because we do need a receiver, to be honest. Let's go Jarek Simpson. 76 hitting. That works out. Number 10. All right, 95 speed and acceleration. Good run after catch. I like that a lot. So we did need a middle linebacker. So in the 3rd round, middle linebacker, Austin Yancey. 69 normal. It's not great. He'll be next to Dante Hightower, though. We'll see what he can do. You know what completely went over my head? Devin McCourty just retired outright. So we do not have a free safety. We do have Joshua Bledsoe, which I think that'll do for a year. And we're looking pretty good on defense. I do wonder if we should cut Kyle Van Noy and let Josh Usay play. I don't know what his cap hit would be if we did that. We could save 2.55. That's fine. That works out for me. So we'll have the younger player starting, which is good. He's a 75 overall. Trent is starting. Henry Anderson, I think, is a big cap hit as well. Not a big cap hit, but we could save $2.5 million. Might as well get rid of him, send him on his way. So Trent is starting. Barmore, Winovich. Presley is the backup, who we just drafted. Yancey is starting. Then an offense. It has Simpson as the number 3 guy. I don't love that just because they don't get as much playing time. So I'm going to make him the number 2. We could cut Aguilar, actually, who I believe is like a $17 million cap hit. We could do that. I don't want to do that, and I want to just let him play it out because we do need help at receiver. But our offensive line is good. Our running backs are good. Mac Jones should be able to do pretty well, I hope. But specialist, Simpson is going to be in the slot as well. We all know that gets you a ton of extra throws. I understand, but let's go to midseason. Now, that's what I like to see. We are in first place at the midseason mark at 5-2. Bills right behind us at 3-3. Then the Jets 3-4. Dolphins 2-4. I'm trying to think who's going to be a free agent. Probably Winovich, if I had to guess. Isaiah Wynn is up there. Is Winovich not up? Okay, Winovich is up there. So Hightower we're going to wait on, of course. Jonathan Jones we're going to wait on. I don't really know what we have for money. $90.5 million. So, of course, Isaiah Wynn, our left tackle, is going to come back. Our offensive line is actually probably set for most of the video. I know for Trent Brown, we're going to have to address that after this upcoming, or next year, rather. But as of right now, we're in a pretty good spot. Chase Winovich, I think I'm going to wait on and see what he does during the season. Damian Harris, I'm not in love with bringing back running backs, but he's so young and so cheap, or so low of overall, that he will be cheap. Bailey will bring back. No, thank you. No, thank you. And most like Jawan Williams, maybe. But I'm kind of unsure about. I thought we were in perfect position to make the playoffs, but we didn't. We ended the season at 9-8. Bills 10-7, Jets 7-10, and the Dolphins 5-12. I don't really know what happened. I mean, clearly we lost games. I understand that. Chiefs, 49ers first round buys. Panthers are up there in the NFC. Jaguars are up there at 7 seed. The Bengals won. Oh, they didn't win the North. They're a wild card seed. I was going to say, that's kind of crazy, but the Browns should be up there. The Browns aren't going to be that bad in a year. Like, there's almost no way. I don't know how that would happen. Let's see Mac Jones. 4,600 yards, 37-5. Just very solid play, which you like to see. 68% completion. Harris, 1,005. Kind of low in touchdowns. 7 for Stevenson, especially with this offensive line. Receiving John to 1,100 yards, 7 touchdowns. Henry, 1,000 with 10. So awesome. Aguilar, 1,000 with 11. Bourne, 7 touchdowns. Simpson with 1 in the slot. Okay. Hightower, 103 tackles. Might be time to let him go. I know I said I'd bring him back for 2 more years, but that's just not a great year. Winovich, 15 sacks. Because he's on his last year of his deal. But we're going to bring him back now. 12.5 for Judon, 4.5 for Hightower, 4.5 for Godchow. Interceptions, 3 for Jackson, and then a few ones. It's almost like you should just always have players on 1-year term, like 1-year contracts. Because they'd always outperform what they usually do. Lamar MVP. Ian Book's up there. What are we talking about? Mac Jones at 9 for MVP. That's nice. Coach of the year. We're not up there. Offensive player, so Mac Jones at 4. Very, very good. He's just moving up the ranks. I like that. Buckner, defensive player of the year. Winovich at 8. Good. Offensive rookie. Simpson at 10. Defensive rookie. Trent at 5. And our defensive tackle is nowhere to be found, but that's not a big deal. Let's see what Simpson's development is. It is star development, but he has 3 XP, so he'll be a 79 overall. We're going to lose Aguilar, which we understand. Harris has 4. Bourne with 1. 2 for Henry. 2 for Jonnu Smith. I think they both signed 4 or 5-year deals, if I remember correctly. 3 for Barmore. 3 for Trent. 2 for Presley's not bad. 4 for Reed. That's not going to matter. Yancey with 2. So we need middle linebacker help. Free safety help. Jonathan Jones, I might bring back for a year or 2, just so it's not like a huge turnover at corner, but we're going to have to wait and see. And then maybe another receiver. That's more what I'm used to. The Chiefs beat the Bears 28-13. Fenton, Super Bowl MVP. Probably a lot better options than that, like, I don't know, Patrick Mahomes, but Fenton, sure. It's such a weird line that they have to ride on, because you don't want to give it to the quarterback every time, because then people are going to complain like, oh, that's so unrealistic, EA. Can you make the game more realistic? But at the same time, like, it's kind of realistic. I know I just went into retirements and backed out, but I want to see, okay, we didn't lose anybody. That's fine. So we have to bring back Winovich. Like I said, I want to bring back Jonathan Jones. I don't know what that's going to leave us for money. Yeah, Jonathan Jones, that's only, I was going to say almost has to be a one-year deal, but we're going to have so much money, probably $50 million. I can't franchise tag Jonathan Jones for $20 million. That just can't happen. Winovich up the superstar. Even though he's 28 years old, he had such a good year that you don't have to bring him back. I know maybe Belichick wouldn't all the time, but sometimes you got to do it. Harris, we do want to bring back. Bailey. For Greg, we'll bring him back. I know that bothers him, his old man brain. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. I can't get inside of an old man. I just can't. A lot of people aren't going to understand that reference, but it'll be funny to me and probably him and probably like 4 other people, but that's okay. 6 years for a guy, for a punter, just for you. And then Juwan Williams, just in case we don't get Jonathan Jones, I'm going to go 4 years. That's a very cheap deal, so not a bad idea. So with $58 million, and I love the Tyreek Hills there, I just don't think that makes sense at 29 years old, even though we have all the money in the world. TJ Hawkinson's interesting. Bobby Wagner's interesting, if we're being totally fair. I'm going to give him a 2-year offer. Why not? Older player, 33 years old. That's a lot of the time when they come to the Patriots. Vontae David, you could say same thing. Brady? Do you want to come back, Brady? Jamel Dean. Now, the Patriots are known to make offers to corners, so why not? 102, I don't know if that's going to beat out the Chiefs. It does. I don't know why they have so much money anyways. Deontay Johnson. I really do want to make a big play for Tyreek Hill, but I don't see him leaving Kansas City, so we're just not going to do that. So we are going to go down and go for Deontay Johnson, and the Steelers kind of just go like through their receivers, so I do like this move a lot, and that'll leave us with $29 million, or yeah, was it 29? $27.7 million. Don't have a kicker. You can bring in Josh Lambo. Jonathan Jones, you don't really need if we bring in Jamel Dean. Ingram's down there, but we don't need that. I think, is that the Super Bowl MVP just sitting there? I think we're all set with that. Balaga's down there, but we're fine. Yeah, there's not much down there that I want to bring in. Jamel Dean turned us down because, of course, he did. But we got Wagner. We got Johnson. I want to hop back in there because now we do have to find another corner just in case. Kareem Hunt's still on the board. Hawkinson's still on the board, which is kind of crazy to see. Let's go corner. Jonathan Jones might still be here. He is not. Let's bring in the Super Bowl MVP. Why not? 3 years, $14 million, $15 million, whatever you want to call it. Because there's no real scheme fits unless you go Tavon Young, but 29 years old. Not in love with that. I actually thought he was 30, to be fair, at this point. Let's advance. I imagine Fenton is going to take that offer because nobody's making an offer to the Super Bowl MVP. Okay, we got it. So Draft Central over on the right says our top need is quarterback. Second need, free safety, which makes sense. So we have to look for Winters. And then middle linebacker with Hewitt. But both of them are second rounder. Now, we could wait and take Parson in the next round because it does say a third round free safety. But the only other person I'm interested in is that left guard and Harrison. But I'm going to go the free safety. That's what we need the most. I don't want to miss out on him. 75, hidden development, great pick. Just really good. So I'm looking around a lot. There's no middle linebackers other than Branson. It says fourth rounder. So I'm going to go Dimitri Allen, left outside linebacker. I understand we have Usay. I understand we have Judon. But when you have a player that's too good to pass up on, you just got to take him. Speed rusher, good. Hidden development, good. I just like him a lot. I didn't think Amos was going to fall. So I'm going to take middle linebacker Terrence Amos, who actually does seem pretty good. I don't think he'll have hidden development, which is all right. But 70 normal development. We just need all the help we can get in middle linebacker. So that works. That other middle linebacker's gone. That's unfortunate. I don't know really what to do with this pick. I think I'm going to give Hightower a chance, not the fastest guy in the world, or give Henley a chance. Early second rounder, 4-4-1. Okay. 72 normal, not bad. Mac Jones is up to star development, which is what he should have started out with. I understand I already made that joke and pointed out that fact, but you know what, it is what it is. We're an 85 overall team with an 88 offense and an 83 defense. Mac Jones has everything he needs to succeed. He's just going to have to wait and see what happens. Now, we do have Allen starting over Usay, and I'm going to put Usay on the trade block, which I already did. I just want to see if we can get any offers from him. He's going to be a free agent anyways after the season. So I figure we can cut him. We can move on from him by trading him, I guess. But let's see if we have any offers. We do, which kind of unusual. I guess his star development's not that crazy. 3 and a 3. I guess we're not. Are we going to see the 25? I guess we do, yeah. So we are in second place at the midseason mark at 3 and 4. Bills, of course, at first place at 5 and 2. Jets 2 and 4. The Dolphins 2 and 5. They just can't figure it out for some reason. What are we looking at for free agents? Hunter Henry, Shaq Mason, Onwenu, we're definitely bringing back. Duggar, we're going to bring back. Really not that many players. It's really just like Hunter Henry at 28 years old. I don't know if that's really like, because we have Jonnu Smith behind him. We could easily draft somebody if we wanted to. Let's bring Onwenu back. And then Kyle Duggar. And then Shaq Mason, I feel like that's a player we could just let walk away. Maybe pick somebody up in the draft or free agency. So I am going to wait on these two. I want it because Hunter, he wants a 4-year deal. That's not bad. It's not bad, but I do want to think about that a little bit more. And then Shaq Mason probably wants like a 3-year deal, 2-year deal. That's also not that bad. But like a 30-year-old offensive lineman, I know in this game they don't regress, as even in real life they don't really regress that much at 30 years old. So we'll have to think about that. So we didn't make the playoffs again. This is the worst we've done at 7-10. Bills won the division at 9-8, so it's not even like they're dominating. We're just really not getting the job done. So over on the right at Draft Central, it says our top need is right outside linebacker. Disagree. Need quarterback. Disagree. Left outside linebacker. Disagree. What I think we need is probably, we're going to need a guard probably. I really, like, if we're being fair, I think our team's pretty well rounded. A middle linebacker, of course. Steelers first round bye. Bears first round bye. A few years in the future, like, it's nothing that you could look at these teams and be like, that's kind of crazy for 3 years from now, but at the same time, it's not that crazy. Gardner Minshew, now that's crazy. Hold up, back up. Minshew, 5,100 yards, 35 touchdowns. No idea what team that's for, but we are going to find out. After I check on my team, we're going to find out. Mac Jones, just consistent, 4,400 yards, 30 touchdowns, the most interceptions so far at 11. It is what it is. That's not crazy. It's not like he got 20. Damian Harris, 916, 10 touchdowns. Not fantastic. Receiving Johnson, 1,000 with 7. Okay. Bourne, 840 with a touchdown. Henry, 4 touchdowns. Simpson, 680, 8 touchdowns. John with a touchdown. Blocking on defense, Wagner, 109. Sack totals, 8.5 for Winovich. Of course, he drops off. 8 for Trent, the guy we drafted last year, is good. Interceptions, 4 for Jackson, 2 for Wagner, Fenton, Murray. Don't know who Murray is. I was thinking of Parsons, who had an interception, 78 tackles. All right, I'm going to go find Gardner Minshew. I have a funny feeling I know where he is, so let's get that. No, because that would be Trevor Lawrence. So I have no clue then. Minshew is the quarterback of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Okay. If you say so. I can't imagine Mac Jones will be in the top 10 again. Nick Chubb, MVP. Elliott, Najee Harris, Kamara. He is not. Taj Ball, whoever that is. Coach of the year, Matt Nagy. Offensive player, no Mac Jones. Defensive player, Von Miller, TJ Watt, Myles Garrett, Desmond King. No Patriots. Offensive rookie. The defensive rookie, though, this is where we should have a few people. Parsons and Allen. Okay. Now, I do think that Parsons should have superstar development, and Allen probably has star, but Jones with 3 XP, Simpson with 3 XP. John, who didn't get any. Johnson with 2, 3 for Onwenu, 1 for Mason. Trent Brown, who's going to be a free agent, I believe. Star and star. I guess that's all right. But 5 for Allen, 4 for Parsons. I don't even know who Beal is, to be fair. 3 for Trent. The Dallas Cowboys beat the Cincinnati Bengals 35-28. Elliott Super Bowl MVP. There you go, Cowboys fans. It's been a while, but you got that Super Bowl a little bit sooner than happened in my 49ers 30-year rebuild. I guess spoiler alert. So I don't understand. Okay, it says we need a center now. So that means that David Andrews must have retired, even though I swear he's like 30. Because other than that, I don't understand why we need a center. AFC East. We lost Bobby Wagner, but not David Andrews. What? I don't understand. Shaq Mason. I just can't. For 1 year, I could convince myself. Let's increase the money a little bit. Because are we really going to find, okay, be like that? $15 million for 1 year. You know, we'll do it just in case we can't find a backup. But we're going to let Hunter Henry go. So we have $46 million. Leonard Williams would be a lot of fun, but that doesn't make sense for our team. Justin Tucker, just a lot of older players. I'm about to just put in another older middle linebacker for no reason whatsoever because we don't have anything. And I can't seem to hit a home run at middle linebacker. It's just kind of unfortunate. Ooh, Cleveland would have been perfect to bring in if we didn't bring back Shaq Mason. Do we still have Trent Brown? We must. We do. So the offensive line is intact. Yeah. The only other thing I could think of, other than receiver, it would be like maybe another corner, maybe. Not bringing back Stephon Gilmore. Yeah, none of that makes sense. So I guess just Eric Kendricks. Because I like all the pieces we have on our team. And the only weak point I would say would be middle linebacker. We've got Eric Kendricks on the team. Good. Let's go to the draft. So we have the 10th overall pick. There's 2 middle linebackers on the board who both look fantastic. And Pierman, and then we have Nate Rushing. And I think Rushing actually might be better. I do think he is. I'm going to go Rushing with the 10th overall pick. 76 normal development. That's all right. He just looks good. If he hadn't hidden, I'd feel a lot better about that. We're going to make him start anyways, but I need to find out what Pierman's going to be. Now, we have 2 third-round picks, so I do want to get Trent Baldwin, but I think with the 5th pick in the 3rd round, I think that's where we can get him. So what we're going to do is there's a running back up here at offensive tackle, and I think there's a corner. I don't think Hawkins is the answer, even though he's pretty fast. So I'm going to go Quinton McCain. I'm probably going to regret this, but 74 hidden development, that works out. 89 speed, 91 acceleration, possession catch. Oh, okay. He could be a 3rd down back. Now, I really hope that this guard is here. He has to be. He's not. Or did I not add him to the draft board? I might not have done that. I definitely did. Okay. That's unfortunate then. I do think Davidson might be our next pick, but we're going to start off with Junior Pettis. 74 hidden development. We have no place for him to play. Sometimes you just got to take the best player available. We could even trade Matthew Judon if we wanted to. I don't think that's the best idea, because then we'd have, you have a second-year guy and a rookie starting at your outside linebackers. Really? Davidson's off the board. Well, that hurts. I know we got Kendrick, so it's not a necessity, but that does hurt. There's not a ton up here. Let's go Vince Gatewood. Man, I just can't hit anything for middle linebacker right now. So we only have 2 years left in this rebuild. I think from now on, I might do 10-year rebuilds. I'm still deciding on that. I also have a Broncos rebuild that's going to come out soon that's very different from what I normally do. Look out for that. But the computer drafted a right guard with hidden development, 63 overall. He might have to step in for Shaq Mason after this year. We'll have to wait and see. But Mac Jones, 83 overall. Johnson, 83. Simpson, 82. Harris, 85. Jonnu Smith, 84. Offensive line is the same. Then on defense, Judon is regressing big time. I didn't even notice that. He must be like, 32. Let's just cut him. Get rid of him. No point in keeping him on the team. Open up some money. The corner group doesn't look great, which I understand. Middle linebackers I still hate, but we have Pettis starting, which is good. All right, let's go to the playoffs. It's crazy. We're just being like somewhat consistent. Even though if we were a little bit more consistent, we could also be 8-9. But the Jets, Dolphins, 8-9. We're 7-10, and the Bills are 5-12. I don't know what else I could do, because our team is pretty, we could move on from Mac Jones maybe, change the playbook, the scheme, but I don't really want to do that. Chiefs, 49ers, first round bye. Nothing too surprising there. The Texans had the number 7 seed for whatever that's worth, which it's not much. Ian Book has 28 touchdowns, by the way, on the right side. Elliott, 21 touchdowns. I don't know who Trent Brenner is, but he had 21 touchdowns, I think it said. Mac Jones, 4,000 yards, 29-14. So more interceptions, less yards. I don't like that. Harris, 1,000 with 15 touchdowns. That's awesome. McCain, the rookie, with 10. Love that as well. I don't know why I always end up on blocking. Just always happens. Smith, 997 with 3. Johnson, 871, 12 touchdowns. If he had more yards, he could have got up to superstar. Henley, 855, 4 touchdowns. Simpson with 3. He's been kind of a disappointment, to be fair. Kendricks, 119 tackles, 106 for Duggar. Rushing with 90. I forgot to check up on Pierman. We are going to look into that. 6.5 sacks for Barmore, defensive tackle. 5 for Winovich. Interceptions, 7 for Duggar. Okay, he should be in Defensive Player of the Year talk. 4 for Kendricks, 3 for Fenton, 2 for Jackson. He almost has to be. 7 interceptions, over 100 tackles. MVP Patrick Mahomes, big surprise there. Nothing crazy, really. Coach of the Year, Kyle Shanahan. Offensive Player, Mahomes. We don't even have Mac Jones up here anymore. Defensive Player, there's Kyle Duggar at 4. Love to see that. Jeffrey Simmons, Chubb, Bush, Bosa. Offensive Rookie is our running back. Casey, don't know who that is, but he's at 4. Defensive Rookie, Pettis at 5, and rushing at 9. So Antoine Pierman does have normal development. That's all right. If he had hidden, I'd be a little bit more upset. It does say he's a 79 overall, but that's with morale boost. They haven't upgraded their team quite yet. So we have the right guard. We have the running back. I want to find out who Casey is, and then we have Pettis, the outside linebacker. Casey must be another running back. Okay. Star for McCain, star for Rhodes. I couldn't find him. Pettis, superstar with 5. Good. Allen has 4. Parson with 2. Trent with 2. So everyone we've been drafting has been doing pretty well, but they're not game-changing enough to make the big moves, and even rushing has to. The Chiefs winning another Super Bowl, 38-20. Mahomes, Super Bowl MVP. Cowboys are just going on a run right now. All right. Not bad for the Cowboys. They are a good team on offense, at least. I'm not in love with their defense. Now, we do have 1 year left. I want to see if anybody retired. They did not, which is good. I don't even know who would have retired. Maybe Eric Kendricks, who's going to be a free agent because we gave him a 1-year deal. Let's see what's on the board. Mason can go at this point. Andrews, probably not. Christian Barmore, I want to bring back. Jonnu Smith. Oh, we have so much money. I think we are going to go into free agency and spend a lot. I also think at this point, we have to pay Mac Jones. My bad. I totally forgot about that. I mean, he's not playing bad, so you got to give him somewhat close to what realistic money would be for this game, because obviously the cap doesn't go up for some reason. I don't know why they can't put that addition in the game. I understand it went down in real life. I get it, but just unusual. I do think I'm going to pay David Andrews. Maybe not. What's the franchise? 12-6? That's fine. Yeah, but Jack Mason's going to go. Eric Kendricks is going to go. Jonnu Smith's going to go. Oh, wow. Zach Martin's up there. Orlando Brown's up there. Keenan Allen. Bucker. ETN doesn't make sense. Greg Newsome would be fun. Jamar Chase is up there. Oh, man. Okay. We have $63 million, so I do want to spend big time on at least one free agent. Devontae Smith's up there. I think what makes the most sense is probably to go to Jamar Chase. He'll be our number 1. Then we'll have Simpson. We'll have Johnson. We could move on from Johnson if we wanted to. So let's increase that money a little bit. That's 102 total points. Does beat out the Texans. I am a little worried that he might not accept that. So I am going to increase it a little bit more. Let's go 6.4 for the signing bonus. 112, that's good. Newsome just seems way too good to pass up on. I just don't think that's the move. John, who doesn't have any offers, which is good. So you know what? I'm going to make him another 1-year offer. Not giving you 4 years. If you want some redemption up in New England, feel free to come back. So the offensive line, we need a guard. Tomlinson. Zach Martin, no. Do we just let the young guy play? Or do we bring in a veteran? I think we'll let the young guy play. Defensive line is good, I would say. We're back to middle linebacker. Just what's been the bane of my existence for this whole rebuild. There's nothing good for middle linebacker there. And I don't know. We'll bring back Jonathan Jones, I suppose, on a 1-year deal if he'll take it. I don't want to spend all of my money. It just doesn't seem like a smart idea. And obviously it's a bad idea. Let's advance. Excuse me, I just burped a little bit right there. My apologies. And we got everybody. Perfect, right? Slam dunk. This is the pick. 12th overall pick. Brandon Fletcher. Give me it. 78, hidden development, ranked number 2. Perfect. I feel like the game got the memo that I mean a middle linebacker. We're in the second round. We do have 2 third-round picks, I believe. There's a center there next round. Do we 2/3? Yeah, we do. The center there next round we could take. A guard we could take. I guess John Kyle. I don't know. 74 normal. Sure. I don't know how many middle linebackers I've drafted in this video, but it's probably been 6. That might be low. Wow, Witherspoon's still up there. I know we're set for outside linebackers, but we'll take him. 75 normal. We have 1 year left. It's not going to matter all too much if we get the center or the guard. Unless the guard or center would have to be a 78 overall with hidden development. I guess not that high, a 74 overall with hidden development. Something hidden development so we start him over that guard we have. I'm going to go with the scheme fit. Rob Cavant. Yeah, no. So I think that guard that was on the board, the computer took him, and he has hidden development. So that's just kind of funny that I just can't seem to find a hidden development offensive lineman in this rebuild. I'm usually good in most rebuilds, but we're an 85 overall team, and we're just very well-rounded. I don't know why Allen and Pettis aren't starting. There we go. A little bit better. I think we're in good shape. Even Duggar's up to superstar, which is surprising. I don't know if I've ever seen that. Let's go to the playoffs. It's so rough. I don't know what else I could have done. We're an 84 overall team. We're 8-9, tied with the Jets. The Bills tied at 9-7-1, and the Dolphins 6-11. I don't know. I thought we built a pretty good team, make some good draft picks. Mac Jones, those interceptions are getting up there, though. He's been pretty consistent, which I like. Harris, 1,100 yards, 11 touchdowns. He's been kind of so-so. McCain with 8. That's good for a second-year guy. Henley, 987, 11 touchdowns. Why is he even on the field? I don't know. Chase, 975 touchdowns. Jonnu, 700 with 7. Simpson, nothing. And I thought he was going to be a great draft pick for our team. Fenton, 102 tackles. I hate that. Fletcher's the rookie, right? He had 74 tackles. Sack totals, 8 for Winovich, 6.5 for Barmore and Trent. Interceptions, 5 for Jackson, 4 for Duggar, 2 for Parson and Fletcher. 1-1. We do have to go check out this team after checking out the awards. Kamara MVP. Yeah, Mac Jones not up there. Coach of the Year, Urban Meyer, if you say so. Offensive player, Mac Jones, nowhere to be found. Defensive player, Jose Kirkpatrick. Nothing. Offensive rookie, nothing. Defensive rookie, there's Fletcher at 2, Kyle at 4. Witherspoon at 10. Like, I could draft normal development middle linebackers without a problem. But, like, middle linebackers, I don't know. I don't know. Let's see these developments. Minshew has star. It's just crazy. Fletcher's star. Pettis isn't playing for some reason. This game's so bad sometimes. So who did we draft? We drafted Trent. We drafted Presley, who's an 81. We drafted Allen, Pettis, Fletcher, Beal, Parson. Duggar's up to superstar. We brought in Fenton. We brought in Chase, which I think was a good idea. We drafted McCain and Simpson. Rhodes and Minshew, I understand, was the computer, but we drafted them technically. Even Jones is going to be an 89 overall. I feel like if this was a 10-year rebuild, we might have had a better chance of doing something with this team. I do think the next rebuild I'm going to do will be a 10-year rebuild, so look out for that. I think we will come back to the Patriots very, very soon, though, because I'm interested to do this team with Mac Jones and keep him on the team for 10 years and see what that could turn into. But I appreciate all the support, you guys. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.